A warm good morning to all my dear students of Sri Gokulam Public School. Welcome to the English online class, and this is Nidha ma'am with you. In today's class, we are going to start a revision from the textbook Hornbill and the first unit from there, A Portrait of a Lady, written by Khushwant Singh. So, first of all, we will get into the summary of the lesson and discuss the main points of the chapter. In this story, the narrator is portraying the character of his grandmother. When the narrator was a small child, he observed that his grandmother was a terribly old lady with wrinkles on her face. It was difficult for the narrator to believe that his grandmother was once young and beautiful, as said by the people around him. Presently, she was very fat and bent. The narrator says that as a kid he was staying with his grandmother as his parents went to live in the city. He explains that she was not pretty but beautiful by her grace and deeds. He also explains about the friendly relationship that he had with his grandmother. His grandmother used to take him to the school. She herself used to study scriptures in the nearby temple till the school runs. When his parents were well settled in the city, they sent for him and his grandmother to the city. In the city, the narrator and his grandmother shared the same room, but now she was not there to drop him to school. She used to ask him about his syllabus and was not happy about it. The reason being that now he was studying modern science and English. She was unhappy because he was not taught about God and spirituality. She was also unhappy about his music classes as she found it was not good for the gentleman. These were all some beliefs that she had. The next stage in the narrator came when he went to the university. By this time he was old enough and he had got his own room to study. So the grandmother felt alone, but she accepted it and got used to go along with it. She spent these days by feeding small birds in the veranda. Rather, you can say that it was the sparrows. This was used to be her best time spent in the whole day. The narrator went abroad to study further. Grandmother was unhappy, but she did not show any emotions and came to see him off at the station. The narrator was not sure whether he would be able to see her after 5 years because of her age. But after 5 years, he was welcomed by her. In an evening, she called a nearby woman and started singing and playing an old drum. One day she fell very ill and she told that her end was near. And then she died peacefully. She was cremated in a funeral. She was missed by even the sparrows that she used to feed. So, my dear children, these are some of the important points that we have from that lesson. Now let us just quickly go through the question answers. Khushwant Singh said about his grandmother, she could never have been pretty, but she was always beautiful. Explain. So, this is a statement given by the narrator about his grandmother on her physical features, and from this we understand that Khushwant Singh is referring to the inner beauty that she is having. Okay, she was a person who followed a routine. She was very calm and serene in nature, always bent down, carrying prayer beads in her hand. So she was having a lot of inner beauty. That is why he said that she was always beautiful. Pretty in the sense she was not having very attractive physical features, but there was always a glow, a positivity around her that made her look very beautiful. What was Khushwant Singh's and his grandmother's routine in the village? The grandmother used to wake Kushwant Singh up in the morning, bathe him, dress him, and accompany him to the school. While he studied, she sat in the temple and read scriptures. On returning, she used to feed the stale chapatis to the village dogs. She used to prepare his wooden slate by plastering it lightly with yellow chalk. So, some of the important routines that the grandmother used to have, and also which shows the kind of connection and the attachment that the narrator and the grandmother shared. So, again, an important question. Next, what caused a turning point in the friendship of Kushwant Singh and his grandmother? Okay, so like we said, both of them were very deeply attached. So, what caused a turning point? A turning point came about with the author's shift to the city and his admission to an English college. Now, even though they shared the same room, the grandmother did not accompany him to school and was disapproving of his academic and recreational curriculum, leading to further distancing. So, reasons was which caused a shift between the narrator and the grandmother was that, first of all, their stay in the city. Okay, that is the first and foremost reason. Second thing is that the grandmother was not accompanying him to the school, so her physical presence in his life was getting to be diminishing. Next, a general question. This is draw a comparison between village school education and the city school education. So, in the village school, the author learned the alphabet and the morning prayer he wrote on the wooden board slates. The city school gave him modern education in science and English. There was no religious instruction. He was also taught music, which his grandmother disapproved. So, a basic difference is that he was taught how to read and write in the village school, but at the same time, that was only the basic learning that he received. And of course, he also received a lot of religious or spiritual training, whereas in the city school he was taught advanced kind of learning was there. He was taught languages, foreign languages were there, science was there. At the same time, he was also learning to have recreation, that is music was also there. What was the happiest moment for the grandmother? The happiest moment of the day for the grandmother was when she fed breadcrumbs to the sparrows. In the afternoon, she used to feed the birds. They became so free with her that they perched on her shoulders and made great noises. So, very simple question. The moment that she shared with the sparrows, okay, that was the moment that she was very happy. Again, it shows that she was a woman who was very much connected to the nature and a very positive kind of a person. When people are pious and good, even nature mourns their death. Justify with reference to the portrait of a lady. When the grandmother passed away, thousands of sparrows clustered in the veranda and the room without chirping. When the body was taken away, the birds left quietly, as if to declare that even nature acknowledged the goodness of the grandmother. Okay, so this is basically the incident of how the birds reacted to the grandmother. So, even though the birds could not speak and express their sorrow, it was shown in their behavior. They refused to eat food that day, and they were very silent also. So they could understand that grandmother had passed away. So of course, birds have got their sixth sense. They are also having feelings and emotions. So it shows how the connection of the grandmother with the nature was depicting in the time of her death. Last question. How did the grandmother receive the narrator when he returned from abroad, and how did it affect her? The overjoyed grandmother had organized a musical soiree, taking the lead as the drummer and singing of the homecoming of warriors. The strain resulted in mild fever, which the grandmother interpreted as a premonition of her death. She began praying instead of talking. So, again, what caused the death of the grandmother also can be asked, and same answer you can give. So, how did grandmother die, or what was the reason for her death, or how narrator was received by the grandmother? All these questions are having a similar kind of answer. The overjoyed grandmother. So normally we have seen that grandmother was a person who was always praying, but this time she stopped praying and she was playing drums and singing about the homecoming of warriors. So such gallant kinds of songs she was singing. This resulted in having a mild fever for the grandmother because she's not used to all these kinds of exerted activities. Grandmother definitely understood that her death was approaching. She was having that sense of feeling, and then she continued praying till her death. So, with this, my dear children, we are concluding today's class. Keep working hard and study your notes, do your revision. Also, please attempt your review test papers and continue being good children. Thank you and have a wonderful day.